Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm back with another video for you guys. Now you guys are going to see a magic. Honestly, the worst magic of all time. Anyways, today I'm going to paint Professor, and I did a poll on Instagram either I should do a time lapse of Halima Sultan or Professor. Halima Sultan won by I guess 6 votes or something, so I had to paint both, and I really enjoyed painting this. Okay, so I'm doing the basic layers. You guys know in watercolors it's like you have to paint layers step by step, one by one. I did the basic layers and I try to figure out what the lightest color or the highlight part is, and I use it as my base shade, and after that I start to build the layers one by one on top of each other. So yeah, that's how I build the colors. And this picture was quite fun to make. I had to make 2 faces instead of 1. That was quite fun because I usually enjoy doing 2 paintings at a time side by side. Yes, so that's how I painted this. You guys can see I don't know what should I talk about in voiceover other than this. I am planning to make other videos. For example, the videos that show how I choose the skin tones, my recipes of colors for skin tones and for other things, how I combine colors. You know, you cannot paint dark color right after painting a light shade, because if you do that, it is going to result in a watercolor bleed. It's a term that is used when a surface is already wet and you put some paint or water on its side. The paint tends to bleed in the already wet surface. So yes, in the beginning it messed a lot of my paintings, and it was quite a struggle to learn the ratio of paint and water, but yeah, practice made it better, even though it's not too good right now, but still I'm trying and I'm practicing. And yes, I love to watch these time-lapse videos myself too. I mean, it's so satisfying. Only if the process was this fast when I actually make it. Oh my god, I guess this took me about 3 to 4 hours, not in a single sitting obviously, but like on and off. Yes, also one of the biggest struggle is you have to keep the paper clean. The other day I was doing a portrait and I was eating glaze, and I accidentally touched my oily hands on the surface of the paper, and you guys can imagine what happened next. So yeah, the painting was ruined. Anyways, so that's the progress of this painting right now. I really liked this one and how it turned out. I wanted it to turn out like this. This was one of my favorite parts because I really enjoy when right after you do the background, the painting pops out of the paper. It looks so good. Even though it wasn't done, I should have completed the painting first and then, but I was so lazy and I wanted to wait for the paint on the facial features to dry quickly so that I can work on them again. So I did the background first, and watercolor are quite dull when they dry, so that's why the background looks dull. But also because of the lighting, it has a weird kind of shine on it. It looks you know, that too bright light and dull surface kind of look. I don't know how to explain that. Anyways, I am not good with hair. You guys will see it. I'm not really good with hair. Reason being, I don't like details that much. It just makes me tired, so I kind of avoid the details. One of the reasons why I started watercolor was because I used to do sketching initially, but it required a lot of details and everything, and watercolors was quicker than that, because according to me. So that's basically how I began with watercolors. That's one of my biggest reason for why I started watercolors. Also, another thing that played a major role was I used to find watercolors so difficult. I literally had watercolors for like a year or two, and I did not even touch the paints because I thought it was impossible to do anything with watercolors. I mean, I did not get a clue that how will you make the paint follow your orders. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyways, so yeah, the thing is, when I first tried watercolors, it was hard, but then I kind of tried again and I learned something. And every time I made a new painting, and even now when I make a new painting, I learn a lot from my mistakes. While I'm painting, I realize, okay, that's my mistake, and when next time I'm painting something, I try not to do the same mistake again. It kind of is perfection. Okay, so here I'm using jelly roll pen, and I used white charcoal pencil. It's from Faber-Castell for the lights and shadows. And yes, it's almost complete. Tell me, what do you guys think about this painting and how it turned out? Don't forget to comment, share, and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Allah Hafiz.